You meet someone new. They pay intense attention to you. You share the same interests, and the chemistry is electric. But weeks later, the dynamic suddenly shifts. You feel anxious, isolated, and entirely dependent on their approval. It happens in romance and in business. Even highly intelligent, rational people walk into these toxic traps. The question is how a stranger manages to bypass your judgment so quickly. Intelligence agencies treat human psychology as a hackable system. Operatives undergo clinical education to exploit that system, treating behavioral cues as raw data. They know that the most efficient way to control a target is to bypass the logical processing center of the brain. You cannot reason someone into compliance. You have to trigger an emotional response that logic can't override. Manipulation isn't a magic charm. It's a systematic exploitation of behavioral cues. By understanding these mechanics, you can learn to see the red flags before the trap closes. Long before a manipulator ever introduces themselves, they perform a target assessment. In the digital age, your social media provides the architectural blueprint they need. When a feed is dominated by selfies, it suggests the user is outsourcing their self-worth. Every like serves as a microdose of external confirmation that compensates for a lack of internal certainty. This signals a narcissistic need for validation. Similarly, a constant broadcast of gym progress is often a performance. True discipline is quiet. When it's performed this loudly, it's frequently a mask. It signals deep physical insecurity, attempting to project alpha status to cover a lack of inner stability. When an account only reshares the opinions of others, they are avoiding the vulnerability of an original thought. They find safety in the crowd. To a manipulator, this indicates a passive mentality, a person who is comfortable letting others take the lead. Manipulators look for these specific cues, validation dependency, insecurity, and passivity, to identify a target who is ripe for a psychological operation. Your public behaviors tell the operative exactly which insecurities to poke to gain control. Once a target is chosen, the operative initiates love bombing. They flood you with intense attention and praise, creating a manufactured sense of perfect chemistry. This flood of attention triggers a massive spike in dopamine, the chemical responsible for reward and pleasure. But the manipulator then weaponizes that spike by abruptly disappearing, plunging your levels into a severe deficit. Your brain panics during this sudden withdrawal. You begin to crave the manipulator's return to restore your chemical baseline, creating a jagged addiction loop. This emotional whiplash mimics toxic childhood dynamics, where love was conditional and inconsistent. Your brain recognizes the pain as a familiar pattern and forces you to obsess over the manipulator to regain comfort. At this point, rational thought is disabled. You are no longer making logical choices. You are chasing a chemical hit. To force a decision, manipulators use manufactured urgency. They demand an immediate choice, like a contract signature or a relationship ultimatum, to prevent you from thinking clearly. They often strike when you are physically exhausted or in suggestible states, such as the post-coital window. This is the brief period after intimacy, when dopamine is high and defenses are low, making it the perfect time to implant an idea. Rushing the timeline serves one purpose. It ensures you react emotionally rather than calculating the situation logically. If a situation demands an immediate reaction and forbids a calculated decision, you are being manipulated. Real trust is the opposite of a psychological operation. While manipulation extracts value against your will, genuine influence empowers you. To lower the amygdala's threat response, social engineers follow the rule of 7. It takes 7 spaced-out encounters before your brain moves a face from unknown to trusted. A healthy romantic or business partner honors this timeline. They won't rush to bypass your logic. Instead of emotional whiplash, healthy trust relies on active listening and shared goals. They ask questions to understand you, rather than statements to program you. Your best defense is patience. Step out of the manufactured drama, observe their actions from a distance, and give yourself the time to think. If this video helped you understand people a little better, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more psychology insights. Your support helps this channel grow and allows me to create more videos like this. See you in the next one.